Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Have you ever really wanted to try your hand at making art, but you didn't know where to start and you wanted to make sure you were painting something you could be proud of? Well, you found it. This is it. This is Time for Art. I'm your host, Hershey Petty. And if you've been following along with us this month, you know that today is Monday, so it's a draw day. And since it's the last week of the month, we're going to be painting, or we're going to be drawing our original works that we're going to be painting on Monday or Wednesday, sorry. So and Allison, our resident artist today, she's going to be sketching out what she's going to paint for her final piece this month, her original work. So you're welcome to follow along and draw with her if you like. You're welcome to draw and work on your own original painting that we're going to be doing on Wednesday. Or you could sit back, relax, and just take in all the art lessons. So these videos are available to you the second these live streams are finished on our Facebook and our YouTube. So no need to follow along or to feel like you got left behind or whatnot. So if at any moment it gets you feel like you're getting behind, don't worry. Pause, take a break. This will all be available to you on our YouTube and our Facebook channels as soon as this live stream is over. And if you are joining us for the first time, we do 2 live streams a week. Monday is our draw day, Wednesday is our paint day, and you're welcome to watch those anytime you like, or you could follow along or hang out with us during that time. The only thing we ask, if you are here hanging out with us, please say hi in the comment section right there on our Facebook. It's the only way we know you're here, and it's the great way to interact with you guys. And if you have any questions or you want to clarify anything about your drawing, please let us know in the comments. I'll relay it to the artist and we'll get your question answered. And as always, the only rule is there are no rules except for to say hi and interact with us. And today, because it's a drawing day, the only thing you guys are going to need are your pencils, maybe a sharpener, eraser, and your art journals. So without further ado, let's say hello to our resident artist, Allison Crary. Hi, Al.
Hi, Hershey, and I'd like to ask everyone to join me in wishing Hershey Petty a very happy birthday today.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
His birthday. We are so grateful. We love him so much. This is a success very much because of him. So very, very excited to get to do that. And so he is finished, he's fitting us in between, work and his festivities for the evening. So super awesome there. And yeah, I for my template challenge, and we'll get to the winner in just a minute. For my template challenge, I am going to set up my final painting. If you remember the template challenge, the prompt was tell a story, and the story I'll set this up and we'll look at some of my work actually I've done, and we'll look at some other artists. But in the meantime, Hershey, while I get this up, could you please give me 1 minute here?
Yes, of course.
Drum roll, please.
The template challenge winner. It was such a hard decision this month.
Such a hard decision this month because we got so many fantastic ones.
Drum roll.
Yes. All right. And I think I'm ready here. Just a sec. I got to switch the screen share. You know, I'm not good at this. Can you?
Not yet.
All right. I think I'm there. Can you see it?
Yes, we can.
All right. The template challenge winner is Ruth Crary. And
congratulations.
After so many beautiful submissions, this one stole our hearts. And I just want to talk about it for just a minute. You can tell she really not just worked with the templates she had, but altered them to tell that story, right? This is looking like maybe started with the eucalyptus template, maybe, and then maybe one of the pouring vessels that we had on there. And if you read in the comments, and this means a lot to me, actually, this is a money plant, and it's actually, and I thought this just had some really beautiful vibes of tranquility with it too. A money plant it grows, and it's I don't want to call it ugly, but it's really beautiful dried. And they grow, they can probably grow in probably any temperate climate. And they have these pods kind of that when you open them up have seeds to that grow more money plants, right? But if you let them dry and you peel off the pods, you're left with these really beautiful iridescent discs that never brown. They're just beautiful. They're available forever. And to me, that's kind of the tranquility with the whole thing, is past the money. It's what's left is this just really beautiful sculpture, really, that is a money plant that is available. You can have it on your shelf, you can have it on your mantle. And my grandmother grew these and shared them with people, and Ruth is honoring her in this piece. And so it's a really beautiful story, and it has to do with family and tranquility and the people we hang on to past when we have them. And I couldn't be more excited to share Ruth Crary as our template challenge winner. So thank you so much for all the submissions, stunning. But this one takes the cake. And Ruth will be
a couple honorable mentions. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, well, yes. Go through them.
I would like to, I think it was Lori for her bamboo. Excellent job this month posting in the group. Lori, thank you. Cheryl, your template challenge was so great. And so was your Monstera leaves. Those are so awesome.
Lotus
so much. Yep. And Caroline's Monstera leaf was also really great too. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much. But Ruth wins, and we're excited.
Yeah, so Hershey. Sorry, I was gonna say, like, taking
her email
footprint of the templates and merging them together. What a genius idea.
And how beautiful, and the limited color palette. We couldn't be more excited about it. So we absolutely love it. So I'm gonna try and get our screen back here. Am I back? There we go.
Back.
Okay, so Hershey had a really beautiful template submission. Super cool, with some of the yoga figures. Do you want to talk about yours a little bit, Hershey? I can try and find it.
Yeah, for mine, Al, you and I have spoken about.
Oh, I just undid the screens. Well, hang on. Let's see here.
Oh, you're good. We've talked about how we would like to travel places one day and be inspired and use that and let those travels be an inspiration. And so I did mine as if you and I had traveled to Thailand and we were learning to meditate, and we were, doing namasteing and whatnot, doing what is it, eat, pray, love, or whatever. Like that.
I love it. I just shared yours. Can you see it, Hershey?
Yes, you can. Yes.
Oh, and that's us. Look at us.
That's us. We were meditating.
My favorite color. Oh, wow.
Yep, yeah. That's us.
And
of course, that's Buddha there too.
Yes.
Blessing time for art, and he's blessing the two of us, and he's saying happy birthday, Hershey.
And it's a birthday if Buddha wishes you.
That's right. That's right. That's the one I wished for last year, so my wish came true.
Here we are. All right. So those are our templates. And that's the story you're telling. So the story, I'm going to get us back here. The story I'm going to tell. And I took this really incredible trip to London right before COVID. I got very, very lucky, and debatably might have caught COVID in London. It was December of 2019. I to date have not had measurable COVID unless I had it on this day. And we went right before Christmas, my sister and I, to visit friends in Queen's Park. And this is Notting Hill, not too far from Queen's Park. And this is actually the Notting Hill bookshop that the movie was based on. It's called, I think, the Travel Bookshop or the Atlas Bookshop or something like that in the movie. This is the actual storefront. They redid it for the movies to make it a little bit different. It's next to this darling little donut shop. And it was winter in London. So it's all of the things, right? London, I think, kind of always, it's kind of always winter there, right? It's raining and it's snowing and so this was certainly no exception. And everybody was out and about. And we now know, we didn't have that for 2 years after this. So it was right before then. And I've took all these kind of magical pictures when I was there, and I've always wanted to use them for something like this. So the story I'd like to tell is about London. Okay. But I'm not going to make this the Notting Hill bookshop. I'm going to make this a boutique yoga studio, and I'm going to use one of these templates. I'm going to draw it just because the scale won't be quite right, as the logo for the Notting Hill Bookshop. And I'm going to make some of these people that are interacting in front of it yogis. So we're going to give them bags. We're going to like what they might be talking about, what they might be deciding. And this is kind of in the style of Edward Hopper. And I've got my Hopper book right here. And so Hopper very much simplified these beautiful street scenes. So let's find some of them. Like it's the gas station, but really, really beautiful. There we go. Very geometric. The colors are always very kind of how we work in a limited color palette, tell a story, everyday life. You get a few figures. The geometry is always really important in Hopper work. And if you
read a lot, yeah.
What's that?
Light. He
plays definitely
with
light. Yes. Yeah. We'll get to some of my favorites here. This is Nighthawk. This one's in Chicago, very famous.
So cool.
And if you read a little bit about this, he took a lot out from the street and the light really tells the story, right? And it lights us up. And I like that kind of no one's really smiling, but you can tell that there's very much an appreciation for all the people in the room here. And that they're sharing a commonality that's really beautiful. And I just love how the light comes in this way, but the composition brings you in this way. And it's again, limited color palette. I think the warms and cools really tell the story here. And it's a fan favorite. Everyone really loves loves this one. Let me see if I can find this one's actually my favorite. And again, it's this kind of off-center composition. I love how, these are lights right here, but all they are just these kind of discs of color that I think are really, really beautiful. And it's the store clerk, I think, opening up for the day. And I think you just feel the morning light in this, like this couldn't be evening, right? Like this just feels warm and feels like the morning, and just the geometry that brings us here. And she's just looking at what might be an envelope or a note or something like that. And we don't really need any more there. There's
a lot of different sources of light too.
So a lot of different sources of light, but they aren't like interfering with each other, because we've got the internal light, we've got the light coming in here. There's some reflected light kind of running around back here. See if I can find, I've shown you the greatest hits. Let's see if we can find some other ones we like. This one's a fun one.
And so you're going to be painting your final piece in his style.
In his style. And I also have some of my work that's kind of in his style.
Okay.
These are prints of paintings of mine. So this was one from a photo I took in Logan Square. Yeah. And I took it from really far away and I zoomed in and I didn't realize this figure was sitting in the alley. So then the painting became about him, not what I was actually taking a picture of. This, rest in peace, this Blues Etc., this blues bar that was in Chicago for a million years actually didn't make it through COVID. So this bouncer that was sitting outside, it was, again, a moment in time. And this is actually a really large painting. It's a 4 foot by 5 foot painting.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is, I forgot I included this one. This is a scene in Long Beach that it was raining that day and we caught this rainbow and it had this construction complex going up. And Long Beach can be considered very transitional. It's a really, there's a lot changing and a lot moving, and people are really excited about the future of Long Beach, but there's just, I thought the rainbow at that moment, kind of back to tranquility, was just kind of about how special it is right now, not what it's going to be. And that this kind of new construction sort of symbolized the future. And some of this older stuff kind of symbolized the past. And the rainbow is like, this is what makes it beautiful, not what it will be. So that's what they're here kind of means, is that it's about being present.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a painting I did also from London. This was not, this is Brighton, same trip. And it was an area called the Lanes. And there are actually 4 figures in this painting. There is these 2 leaving the cab, and you can tell it's London. You can tell it's England because the cab driver is on the wrong side of the road. And there's a figure right here. It had just started raining. So that's the story getting told here. And this is, and it just actually started snowing when I took this picture. This is Chicago. This is a sushi restaurant. This is actually Marvin's vet. My dog Marvin, we go to the vet here. And it was just these people enjoying the night, and the light turned red and the whole block became red. It was just lit red for the moment. And it was just I took a picture of it because these people look really happy, and it just looks like a good thing. So
that's sweet. I can't wait to see this painting that you're going to do today, because I love seeing like the actual photo next to what the work, I love it.
Yeah. So these are some of mine. We looked at Hopper, and we're going to do a Hopper style painting.
All right. Allison, everyone in the group is going crazy for your artwork. So thank you. Yeah. Thanks for sharing all those.
It's some of mine. And there's if anyone's interested, this one's still available. The other one's, well, actually, that's not true. This one's still available. And Melissa Curry, I think, wanted this one, but she's not sure if it fits in her new house. So for sure, this one. The other one sold, but this one is still available. Everyone's interested in the red one. We got that one. Okay, so again, we're looking to tell a story, and in the spirit of Hopper, we're looking for big shapes. We don't want to overcrowd it, and we want sort of, I'm interested in these 4 figures kind of telling the story and being the yoga instructors, right? Or not being the yoga instructors, but being the yogis that are kind of interested in, and maybe one of these guys maybe one of them is interested in the yoga, and the other one's interested in the donut. I kind of like the yoga studio next to the donut time. I think that's really fun. So let's get started. So I'm going to put in what is the horizon line. Okay. And I'm going to put it, because again, I can kind of decide where I want this to be. I'm going to put this in right here. So I'm going to draw in the horizon line right here. And like Hershey said earlier, if you want to draw along with us, that you certainly don't have to make it as big as I'm making it. I'm making it as this big because I'm going to end up making it my final painting. But you can do it in your sketchbooks. You can do it on a sheet of paper, however you want to do it. If you want to play along with us, we'd really like that. Or just, hang out and chat with us. After that, what I think also kind of makes this interesting is the sort of off-centered composition, like this one with the umbrellas looking at here, and then the storefront breaks over here. So that's definitely something I want to be sure to put in. So I'm going to put this in just like this. And sometimes it's hard to draw a straight line. So it's easier to be like, I'm this far from here and this far from here and connect the dots. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. We have the sidewalk right here. And the sidewalk falls about this far up. Both sides connect here. I like kind of the cars parked because I think it's almost an obstacle to get to where we need to be. So there's something about that. The destination is a little bit out of reach.
Yeah, that is interesting.
We're definitely making it more.
It's going to be a workout. So it's like, yeah, in front of my workout, I went home. There was nowhere to park.
Definitely. So let's go ahead and put these cars in. And how many times, maybe not you, Hershey, but I'm going to go ahead. Have you been like, yeah, there's no parking, can't go in. Sorry. Like, yeah. So let's go ahead and put these cars in. And actually, the painting I showed, this one, everyone always asks what car this is. It's a Jetta, but people think it's a Mercedes taxi. This car gets a lot of love. in the of the fans. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and kind of pop in this car right here. And this is, again, I am going to try and finish this drawing today, but this is where we figure things out. This is a safe space.
So you're hoping to get it done, but you're not sure because you're just starting.
It's also kind of about working it out, right? We're trying. This is, I'm going to do this painting. I might do a little bit of work on it in the interim. And I'm just kind of playing with what's going to make for an interesting composition. Again, this is my template challenge. This is tell a story. So here's our car, kind of putting in our car right here. Our main figures are going to kind of fall right here. Here's the umbrella. Right here. And if you look, these, they kind of line up with the umbrella. They're further away.
Oh, I can't wait to, after looking at your other art, I can't wait to see what you're going to do with this one.
Right. And so I don't know either yet, but as we have this bag we can play with. And so in the spirit of tell the story, Hershey,
Yes.
I'd like you to start thinking about who these people are and how they matter. Right.
Okay.
And how they might interact, because that's kind of some of the props we might give them.
You got it.
And I want to keep the donut shop. And I want this to be a yoga studio. But we can even, if we want to, we can label some of these buildings. This can be a thing. All of that's available to us for storytelling.
That's fun.
I'm going to put kind of the tops of this falling right around here. Here is your donut shop. It's got this. I used to know what these were called. Hershey, what are these on the side? They're not finials. They're, I want to call it a finial and I know it's wrong.
I don't even know what I would Google.
That's the problem. Anyone, what is this? Corbels, right? Am I getting that right?
I have no idea.
Maybe look it up for me.
Yeah. Say Corbels.
Maybe. Watch, I'm way off. Okay to be wrong, guys. Sometimes we're wrong. So when I took the picture, I made sure I had all of this sign, and I think it's actually more interesting if we cut off some of donut. So, because we know what it says.
Right. So you're looking, like, what is that you're pointing to again? You're pointing.
This is what I'm looking at.
Okay.
I love neon so much.
Corbel, you're right.
Right.
It's a structural piece of stone.
So modified, maybe. All right. So I definitely want to make sure. So this break comes under the E. And we have our sign here. And this is just, and again, we do some really literal demonstrations. We do our paintings live. We give really specific instruction. What I like to take some of our final week work is I like to kind of show you how I put some of my work together. And these are the kinds of drawings I do. And in the spirit of Wayne Thiebaud, this is a donut rack, Hershey.
Yeah, we're definitely we got a theme going, don't we?
We have a theme going. We like her. We like her.
Artists, we stick with it.
Yeah. And so this is a little off. This is a little shorter and wider. So I think actually the sign comes down more and this sits more in this space. Over here, kind of comes up more like this. We can add more figures if we want to. These guys are kind of, she's got her hand in her pocket. So there could be like a yoga mat under this arm, maybe.
That's a good idea.
So everybody's cold. I actually really
Correct me if I'm wrong. The of them that you can see right there, the umbrella and the two people that are standing together.
So this is where, yes. And then there's someone
Okay.
also right here.
Oh, got you. Okay.
If we want to use, and here's the thing, you don't have to.
Right.
Back to kind of Edward Hopper. Didn't necessarily keep everything. So here's this figure.
And what year was Edward Hopper doing his paintings? Was he taking, were those photographs perhaps, or was that just all from?
He might have worked from some photography. This is the 30s, it looks like. So this
Okay.
one was the Nighthawk was 1942, so it's actually one of his later works.
Okay.
This one was 1937, this lighthouse, 1927.
That
So
might be.
At
Julie Crary from Crown Point. She's here with us today as usual. She said that maybe we could put a water bottle under one of their arms.
Oh, I love the idea of a water bottle. I absolutely love the idea of a water bottle. So maybe she gets a water bottle and she gets a rolled up yoga mat and she gets a donut. Actually sitting in front of the yoga shop eating a donut, which, you know what? Not a bad place to do it. Nothing wrong with that.
The people leaving the yoga shop are definitely deserving of a donut.
Definitely deserving of a donut. Is there a better time to eat a donut after a workout?
Yeah, no.
I don't think so. And she's got these fun little ponytails that I want to make sure I get in here. And this hood. This bag right here. So here's this figure. I'm going to get in the car right now. And again, this is a sketch. I might change it. I'll show this sketch and maybe how it's different on Wednesday.
Oh, from what you're actually going to draw?
From what I ended with, because I might mess with it again. But this is how I plan my paintings. And then we'll paint it on Wednesday. How do we feel about tranquility as a theme? I think we got some really beautiful work this month.
We did get some beautiful work this month. You're right. It's a very broad theme that left a lot of room for interpretation.
Yes.
And it really kind of came out in the different work.
And that's what's just so beautiful to me about it. And that's what makes art worth appreciating, is what we do with it and how we take it. And so here's this car. Right. And then here is, we've got this car over here.
You know, I was wondering how, like, the grid work that we've been doing. I'm curious like, is that a good way to like scale up? So like, let's say you want to take a picture that you have that's the size, it's a 3 by whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then you want to put that onto large canvas.
It's a great way to scale up.
That's a good way, right? Okay. All right.
We can even give an example of that in the future.
Yeah,
which brings me to, we're getting our grids printed someplace else. And so if you are going to join us next month, hang on to your grids because we're going to be a month off. So anyone who doesn't have, anyone newly joining, we're going to get you a grid. If not, hang on to your transparencies because we can't send them. We can't send them next month. So everybody hang on to your transparency grids if you can. I almost forgot to say that.
You got it. You got it.
All right. So here is, this is going to be our yoga studio. And this is going to be our, so we can think about even what the door says.
To the yoga studio.
The yoga studio.
Everyone seemed to really enjoy the tranquility theme. For Julie, she said that plants always make her, you know, that remind her of tranquility and whatnot. And I would have to agree with that. You know, they're always just still and they grow so slowly and they, you know, they don't rush anything. So I would 100% agree with that. And Cheryl said that she finds it to be pretty tranquil just watching you draw and paint. And I would also have to agree with that 100%.
I love it. I'll put in this window up here. Can everybody see that? There we go. That's better. So I know Hopper was really good about taking out the details, but I just saw that there were blinds that were kind of open here, which I think is super cool.
Yeah.
In this window. And so I don't know if I keep them or not, but I like that. And
I say keep them because I feel like Hopper took out details that he didn't find important, but not all the details. Like there's some.
I love that. I love that. Exactly. All right. So this is kind of happening over our figure in front. So I'm putting in my window right here, over here. And then, so this is our storefront. This is kind of the main deal.
And did they actually film parts of the movie there, or it was just about that bookstore?
I think it was filmed here. I think it was, you could look it up, but it was filmed in Notting Hill. And I believe it was at this bookshop, but they refaced it to make it about travel thematically. And this is just this darling little independent bookshop.
Nice.
And so we have a figure here. And she's sitting right here. She's actually more over here.
Is she sitting?
She's sitting, it looks like, in front of the bookshop. But I think we're going to have her eating the donuts.
Yeah.
Because why not? She's over here, kind of hands folded. She's got some ripped jeans on. I love that. The umbrella is going to kind of go right here. Kind of like this. And it's interesting, the umbrella doesn't have to be black.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe it helps it to be. But those are, just be thinking of opportunities for some things like that. And then we have these two little legs coming out. This is a door. And this is our store.
Man, that looks so good. You go so fast. Ruth was coming up fast. You paint and draw.
Well, this is a sketch. It's we could even talk about gesture drawing in one of our, where this isn't a gesture drawing, but where the idea is to just get everything down, the movement, the energy. It's about being fast. It's about the quick recording of it, right?
Yeah.
And so in this instance, this is about just kind of getting started. I'm going to put in some of these shadows because they're a part of the drawing too. So the shadows that these cars are casting. So this might be right around noon, because if you look, the shadows are directly underneath the cars.
Okay.
Just like that. And this says over here, it's always a good time. We're going to keep that. Because I love a neon sign. And I love it that it says donuts. And you see the donuts.
Yeah.
And this is our Wayne Tebow. Their little pocket tribute to him right here because we love him so much.
We do.
I don't know if Hopper includes the donuts. I do. And I wanted to use, again, back to the template challenge. I'm just going to go ahead and draw these, but I wanted to use these kind of like how this decal sits in the window. Does that make sense, Hershey? So do you see the decal that says the Notting Hill Bookshop? It's hard to see it. That's what this says. And it's got this kind of like these wings, or I don't think they're wings. I think they're quills actually overlapping. I'm gonna do something like that with I think this one. I think I like this. Or maybe not. Maybe I like this one actually. And like that's and we do like a circular logo around that.
Okay.
So I'm gonna draw. I want my logo, my decal, to kind of sit right in here. And I think we're interested in suggestions for the name of our British yoga shop, our British yoga studio. What do we think? Notting Hill, it's in London. What would we like? The name of our yoga studio to be.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of something clever with the royal family.
Or think tranquility.
Or think tranquility, yes.
Or let's be funny. Like, guess who's
yeah. The chat has been pretty active. People just engaging with each other and chatting with each other. So I think we might get some really good suggestions for a yoga shop in Notting Hill.
In Notting Hill, because that's where this is.
I'm really excited to see, because I've seen a few of your works where you worked off of a photo, a real life, and I can't wait to see the whole process happen.
Well, yeah, so we've got a photo going on, but we're changing it, right? Which is kind of how it always goes, right? To a certain, like you go. And in this case, we're making some kind of big changes. And I'm always taking photography for my paintings, and you never know when you're going to use them. And I wasn't sure where, I knew this was a special moment.
Oh, you didn't even know you wanted to paint it when you took it?
I knew I was interested in this area for kind of
Yeah.
painting inspiration. And I've got some other ones like this. And I didn't do a painting right away on it. And so I was saving it for this project right here.
Uh,
All right, do we have anything? Or it's you, Hershey Patty?
Yeah. Nothing yet.
Okay.
Let's see.
All right, so while we think of that, so it'll be this image, but that's kind of how I have it scratched in right here. And I think it's going to kind of be like whatever we name it. You know what? Let's call it let's make it simple.
Ooh, I like, there we go.
Let's call it Tranquility Yoga Studio. So
That's a great idea.
unless we get a better suggestion.
Mhm.
I'm spelling tranquility right. Tranquility.
Why? Yep.
Why?
you're right. Yep.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
Julie
11.
suggested the Shanti Studio.
Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. So the U's in the middle, too late, but I like it. We're gonna just call it tranquility. So I'm gonna stick the U in the middle. Thank you, Julie.
I do the same thing when I'm looking for when I want to put a word in my art. I find the middle letter.
This is how I do it, at least.
Yeah.
And if you look, sometimes some letters are tighter than others, so it doesn't really work.
Yeah.
So actually, I'm going to redo this. And this is what the process looks like, right?
Yeah, it is. It's exactly right.
And I'm just call this tranquility, and then we'll go bigger letters. So it's tranquility yoga. And that's how that's going to look over there. So I know I want yoga on here, right? Because it's the logo here, and then they just write it up here, right? So we'll go. So this will be in some kind of font that I come up with before next week. Or not next week, Wednesday.
Yeah, we're dark next week, right?
We're not dark next week. We're dark next Monday.
Oh, okay, got you. Right. Okay.
On for Wednesday.
But they won't be new kits yet, right?
There will be new kits.
Oh, they will be.
They will be new kits. They will be new kits that you will get before next Wednesday. And they won't have transparency grids unless it's your first time, because we're getting them printed someplace else.
That's right.
And it's left over. That's our update.
It's terrific.
So here's our Tranquility Yoga Studio. It's next to Donut Time. I'm going to scratch in just some, just to make a little bit more sense, some of the darks.
Okay, I see what you're doing.
Yeah, so this area is dark behind.
The the chat room there, or the people out there that are following along, they're wondering if we could get a hint or a tease for next month's theme.
Okay. Next month's theme is seasonal.
Ooh.
Actually, that's not true. That's a following month. Next month's theme. I'm working on both. It's not seasonal. Next month's theme is about pairings.
Pairings?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I like that. Pairings.
Mm-hmm. Also true.
My imagination is racing now. Sometimes I know the themes ahead of time, sometimes I don't. This time I'm like,
Yeah, this time you don't.
yeah.
And the following theme is seasonal. We put that one out there. All right. So here's that. This coat's kind of dark. Put this in there.
After you tease seasonal, Julie guessed the NBA draft.
How'd you know?
That's actually a funny guess.
That is a funny guess.
I bet, is the NBA draft coming up?
Well, I mean, I'm such a fan. I
know, me either.
I can't believe I don't know. I think the football draft is around my birthday because my roommates and I had that on at or around my birthday. I kind of remember that in college.
Oh, you included both cars, huh?
I included both cars.
All right.
I kind of said, why not?
Yeah.
I think taking this one out doesn't help it.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's just the back, so might as well paint it.
I think this little nugget of car kind of actually makes it more interesting. All right. This is kind of dark up in here. And I like to get these darks in because it really sort of anchors the composition.
Yeah.
I'm going to reestablish the borders here.
Allison, since I know you were dying to know the answer to it, the NBA draft was last week.
Missed it? I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Oh man, next year.
Next year.
All right. I don't think this helps anything, this sign.
Which sign?
The sign right here that we don't really see what it is.
Yeah.
I think this is kind of interesting as brick on the side. I don't know that we need competing bricks. I think this I'll just make white and this will be brick. This is kind of interesting, sort of gutter. Our corbel. All right, and so back to kind of the props and subject to change. But I like the water bottle idea. Let's put a water bottle right here. Let's put a yoga mat rolled up right here. Or what if I switch these? Do this. I don't think this is very interesting, the way I just drew that. So what if this is a yoga mat? Because it looks a little bit more deliberate. And we have a water bottle coming out of this bag over here. And let's actually make it like a reusable water bottle. Tranquility. Not like an Aquafina bottle. All right, so that's that. And then I think she's got a yoga bag. So maybe another mat, but I think she gets this kind of big bag. And again, I can change this, but with the yoga mat coming out again. And maybe this has like a little lotus in the corner. Like a graphic one.
Yeah.
Kind of honor our lotus there. This month.
Yeah, you get credit for that that template.
Yeah.
In your final.
In your final. And then over here, I think she has a coffee. And this is a bag of donuts. Good time.
So funny.
And what is tell a story? Because I just think these people kind of interacting with their lives, sharing the air right here is the story.
So the story that I came up with in my head
of these people, I can't wait to hear it.
People, yes. So the woman sitting down eating the donuts, she's either the opening manager or whatever. She's there. She's the yoga instructor that everyone looks up to. She's, and so she locks herself out of the yoga studio, has nowhere to go, but she just goes next door, gets some donuts, and she's sitting there. And as the people are walking up to come take their class, they see this girl. They're like, there's no way she ever enjoys a donut. Never,
ever.
Out front eating donuts to let people know class is canceled.
And how about we put her keys over here?
There you go.
She dropped her keys over here.
Yep. Go home.
I love it. So this is going to be my original painting. And we'll paint it on Wednesday. And
you drew that on the canvas?
I'm going to, so it's
okay.
The same size. I haven't drawn anything yet. You watch me draw it. It's the same size, very intentionally, as the canvas.
Yes.
So if I wanted to transfer this, I could. And I'm probably going to mess with it just a few more times before.
Yeah. That's the process.
That's the process. But anybody wants this to be, I will post this if anyone wants. I will post, and by that I'm going to have Hershey post to the group.
That way we can draw along with you.
Right.
I'm going to paint along with you.
Yeah. So in the post, it'll be this sketch as well as this, the original photo. And I think I might do it in shades of purple and yellow. I don't know though.
Okay.
Compliments, and we kind of play with that. I don't know.
Yeah, that feels like
paint out.
Feels very approachable.
Right? And maybe we'll look at some paintings that use those compliments, kind of like our lotus.
Yeah.
But this is the and here's the thing. I don't know how this is going to turn out. It's an ambitious little painting, but I'm excited about it. It's going to be an illustration. We got this far. I think it's going to be super cool.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much. Congratulations to our template challenge winner, Ruth Crary. And we'll see you Wednesday for original paintings. This is what I am going to paint. If you want to paint along with me or do it in your journals or however you want that to go. I've really enjoyed Tranquility Month with everybody. Happy birthday, Hershey Petty. We couldn't love you more here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Art. And we'll see you guys Wednesday.
Right. See you Wednesday. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.